What happens when a prince used to shaping his own story sits across from a host who refuses to soften her questions? What happens when polished media training meets a former lawyer who knows how to press every weak point with a calm smile? This isn't a gentle royal interview. This is the night Prince Harry walked onto the Megyn Kelly Show, expecting a friendly stage, and walked out furious instead. The studio felt colder than it looked on screen. Bright white lights washed over the neat set, bouncing off the smooth desk. In blue panels, the huge video wall glowing behind them, a small audience settled into their seats, whispering as crew members hurried with last-second adjustments. In the middle of it all sat Megyn Kelly, calm and steady, the tip of her pen tapping lightly on her notes. Years in courtrooms and news studios had shaped her posture into something controlled: straight back, relaxed shoulders, sharp eyes that gave nothing away. She looked like someone who had already run this interview through her mind from every angle and was waiting for it to begin. Across from her, Prince Harry dropped into his chair with a tired sort of slouch. He wore a navy jacket and an open white shirt, jaw tight, expression hovering between impatience and irritation. He adjusted his microphone like it was a bother rather than part of the job. The floor manager counted down. 3, 2, 1. The red camera light snapped on. "Good evening and welcome to the Megyn Kelly Show," she said, voice smoothed. "Tonight, we're joined by someone who hardly needs an introduction. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex." Polite applause followed, cautious, as if the audience wasn't sure what version of him they would see. Megyn turned to him with a friendly smile. "Harry, thank you for being here." He nodded once, not matching her warmth. "Well," he said with dry sarcasm, "apparently I'm everyone's favorite topic. Might as well show up sometimes too, correct the record." A few uneasy laughs fluttered through the audience. Megyn didn't react. "We're glad you chose to do that here," she said. "You've been very visible these last few years, books, interviews, documentaries. People feel they know your story. Tonight, I'd like to go deeper than the headlines." Harry smirked. "You mean deeper than the version you and your colleagues like pushing?" Megyn ignored the jab. "Let's start simple. How are you? Not as a public figure. Just as Harry?" He exhaled, annoyed. "Life is tolerable. Quieter than the circus I left. Louder than I want because people like you keep dragging me into conversations I didn't ask for." Megyn lifted, her eyebrows slightly. "You did agree to this interview." "No," he said sharply. "My team agreed to give you a chance. That's different." A ripple of tension moved through the audience. "Understood," Megyn said evenly. "Then let's earn that chance. You've often spoken about leaving what you called a toxic system. Do you feel freer now, or do you miss anything about royal life?" Harry let out a humorless laugh. "Do I miss being told what to wear, how to stand, how to feel? No, I don't miss being a prop." "Not at all?" Megyn asked gently. "Not even the sense of service, the connection to your country." He gave her a look that could cut glass. "Service isn't limited to palaces and parades. I can help people without pretending a building has emotions. America gets that. That's why I'm here." A few audience members frowned. Megyn tapped her pen once. "Let's talk about your mother." The air tightened. "Princess Diana means a lot to people," Megyn continued softly. "When you look at your life now, do you think she'd recognize it, or approve of it?" Harry's jaw tightened. "My mother would understand why I left. She knew what being trapped felt like. And honestly, she'd be disgusted at how people like you still use her name for attention." It hit like a punch. Megyn's eyes sharpened, but her voice stayed calm. "I'm asking because you've made her central to your story. She's in your book, your interviews, your projects. It's fair to ask how she'd view the man you are now." "Oh, right," he said coldly. "Another journalist pretending to know her. You didn't know her pain, so forgive me if your concern feels fake." The audience murmured. "I don't claim to have known her," Megyn said. "But millions cared about her. Many care about you. Some feel you've turned pain into a brand. Do you understand that criticism?" Harry's eyes flashed. "People like tidy trauma? They want me quiet and grateful. I'm not doing that." "Is that why you keep speaking out?" she asked. "Because you're not done being heard?" "I speak because no one listened when it mattered." He snapped. "Now they have to. And the money," Megyn added lightly. "The book deals, streaming projects, they're part of the picture." Harry smirked. "There it is. The jealousy. Tell me, Megyn, do you work for free, or is getting paid only wrong when I do it?" Soft gasps filled the room. "This isn't jealousy," Megyn said carefully. "It's about consistency. You've asked for privacy, yet shared everything publicly. That contradiction raises questions." "Of course you think you're the one to ask them," Harry muttered. "It's my job," she replied, "and you agreed to answer." He leaned back, eyes narrowing. "We'll see." The tension thickened like fog. The control room exchanged looks. "Let's talk about your brother," Megyn said. "You once called William your beloved brother, but wrote about fights and anger. Where does it stand now?" That, Harry said slowly, is none of your business. You wrote about it publicly, Meghan reminded him. You opened the door, and you bought the book. Good for you, he said sharply. But I don't owe you updates. The audience murmured again. I'm not asking for messages, Meghan said. Just if there's hope, he shrugged. People love reunion stories. But my life isn't a movie. If William wants to pretend everything's fine, that's on him. I'm done pretending. Do you miss him at all? She asked softly. No, the answer came too fast. Next question. She saw the flicker he tried to hide. They cut to break. Crew members rushed in. Harry waved off a makeup artist. Meghan glanced at him. You okay? She asked quietly. Are you? He muttered. The countdown resumed. 3, 2, 1. Back on air. Harry, Meghan said, many feel you've built a brand around grievance. Do you see why? He crossed his arms. People who read headlines think that serious journalists shouldn't. How would you frame it? As survival, he said. As taking back my life. You call it grievance because truth makes you uncomfortable. I've questioned institutions for years, Meghan replied, including the palace. I'm not afraid of truth. I'm wary of half-truths. He scoffed. You think you know the whole picture? She moved on. Let's talk about Meghan. The room tightened again. She's polarizing, Meghan continued. Some see her as mistreated. Others find her manipulative. How do you see her? She's the only one who ever saw me, Harry said. Not a mascot. A man. That's unforgivable to some. Is any criticism fair? No? None? He laughed coldly. People who never met her think they can judge her. That's not criticism. It's obsession. Some criticism comes from people who worked with her, Meghan said carefully. Anonymous attacks, he snapped. Gossip. Some aren't anonymous, she said. Are they all lying? Yes, he said flatly. Or twisting things. For a story, you know how that works? Another sharp jab. You've accused the British press of racism and cruelty, Meghan said. Do you regret making such serious claims without specifics? You want names? He said darkly. You want people to feed to the wolves? That's bloodsport. Specifics aren't bloodsport, she replied. They're accountability. You don't get to tell me what my truth should look like, he snapped. I'm trying to understand where responsibility ends and revenge begins, she said. The audience reacted. You love that word? He said. Revenge? Good. Ratings, right? Trauma is real, she said. So are patterns. And the pattern is you deflect every tough question. Is that how you navigate conversations? He shot back. I'm asking them now, she said. Answer 1. He shifted, uncomfortable. You put others on trial in your book, she said. People expect you to face a little scrutiny. I told the truth, he said. If they don't like it, not my problem. But you shared that truth for money, she said. That matters. The word hit him. Does it bother you I finally have money outside the palace? He snapped. It bothers me that you pretend money has nothing to do with it, she replied. There's a difference between telling your story once and turning it into a business. He leaned forward, eyes burning. You want me humble and broken? I'm not doing that. I don't want you broken, Meghan said. I want you honest. So far, I'm seeing blame without reflection. The audience murmured louder. Now let's talk about your children, she continued. You left to protect them. Yet you keep reliving your past in public. Won't they one day read all this and wonder why their father never stopped talking about what he escaped? Harry swallowed hard. They'll know I did this for them, that I didn't let people like you define our story. Or, Meghan said quietly, they may ask why escaping took so much talking. He stared at her, stunned and angry. Is there any version of this conversation, he asked, where you don't assume the worst of me? Yes, she said. It starts when you stop assuming you're the only injured person in every room. Soft applause rippled. So that's what this is, he said coldly. You want to be the one who puts me in my place. That'll trend nicely, won't it? This isn't about putting you anywhere, she said. It's reminding you that you're not above questions. Harry tapped the armrest. I didn't come here to be critically examined. My team expected respect.